Limbo duck the pole game, as I understand Satan to be none other than a prophet, whom undertakes any such upheaval of backward thinking, to be as acknowledged in the whole, as so to likewise a god or gods in themselves, a triggered rapport, preordained by such uncertain philosophies, such as those endured by only facing servitude, and embracing such dualities as good or bad, right and wrong, hot and cold. These fallacies portray many story in delving the divine frequency of earth, and to her acknowledgement the mother of religion herself, Hermes Trismegistus or Thoth, labeled and lined out structures of order, any legends and myth to come fabricated fractionally by a bipartisan ambiguity. In nature, indeed, many have struggled through time and the cosmos to understand the necessary proponent of the adversarial combination of the subliminal virtues established throughout our symbolic muscle memories, interlocking vast rebellions of an earthly and bright interstellar insight, are portraits laying strewn about, yet their context sustains even the most rudimentary of statements as incredible in and of itself, so as to, with all a word ever so plain or phrase farsing gematrias coded in Phoenician context, as the saying goes, I love you, no homo. Point only as basic we have info that assists each other's knowledge base, seems our meeting preordained, not by mistake for sure. Yes, the greats, the moon moms and dads, the moon parents, grandma, grandpa, predecessors. Watch the gears, they are miserable, they want to hang out on earth where it's nice. Too many years in desolation, heaven is nice, but it's a rather destructive place at times. Only supreme intelligence can peacefully enter its possible environmental integrities. Truly, wars in space is a farce. Self-destruction is inevitable. Without peace or enemy, it's the only environment as age-old as life itself, older than time. And compared with the creator of the universe, it's a must to become as one with the fire. That's as much as I can say. The Nephilim were responsible for the rebellion with the mighty crystal. They were isolated. This too was fated destiny. Possibly they left Venus. I can see that possibly for sure. All probable is all quantum mechanics agreed on probability ratios and chance. Our biological discordance is a reflection of the universe, not only the planet and galaxy, but every single twinkle known and unknown. Our bodies are a reflection of the universal intelligence of the enormously vast and ever-expansive universe. This opium of opulence pales in comparison to the divine secrets hiding behind every nook and cranny, underneath every tree and rug, rocks and bug. It's immersive, incomprehensible. In one sitting, but our evolution, though may not have been, nor do I believe was it first here on Earth. Actually, I can say 100%. No, it wasn't, but that doesn't mean evolution didn't happen naturally, complete. First, in fact, it must have. So we are a reflection of the universe in springing the first life form, a result of a million repeating years, a trillion, billion, quadrillion repeating years of evolution, combining every interlocking, interwoven supernova, black star, black hole, wormhole, tunnel, ever. Happy Zombie Jesus Day. Zombie Jesus come back. You know, if Jesus did come back, he would be a zombie. You know, he would be a corpse. He would be... Where's his body? It's decomposed. We're golden, but we gotta hold them all into it. Equal B. It's someone else's name. Together we are greater than the sum of its parts. One love and actualization. I'll have to reply in interpretive dance. Interacting, establishing connection are a direct descriptive of polarity, a derivative of something that attracts and repels us, compelling we towards manifestation of purpose, through the passion of our destiny to look at art through the five senses, interracially connects, folding and becoming new life forms through interbreeding, creating new species, tangibly speaking. Every blood we add creates another genetic anomaly. These are the collaborative efforts of the environment, a teaching of the red sky, painters made of clay, sculpting again a new truth, formed by all that collaborates, menacing truth, unknown darkness, redirects, interjects, the unknown within each ear, eyes, heart, speech, smells, all these facets of fashion, pushing us past our status quotients. Having known what's possible, probable, and unimportant, comparing the ionosphere with how much music of which we can possibly entertain. Within one atmosphere, in redundancy, reduction breathes a new isolated pattern, priority of the atom, also in twelves, another apparition, as we call it, something variable and unseen, giving names to the cold and warm air of that which we breathe in as oxygen molecules. On a drier scale, intermissions regulated by percussions in air. Every time we attack the cracks, reestablish fabrics, in concerted as with the abstract, counterintuitive to place better than interpretations on aspects of the air, the quantum of which we can't see, parts of the fabric of a molecule, peculiar, lean, looking clean, but actually understanding fractionally in architectures of time and space on the fly. Reparation interacted out by a ratio written on paper. The only thing that gives the equation value is the understanding of all variables included, wrote about on a scrap of paper. E equals MC2. How simply and easily drawn, but the fabric's giant in collaboration of the splitting of an atom, magically interaction fuels this chain reaction, intelligibly included the clicking pendulums pertaining to mind, apathy, archetypes, expression, interrelated in space, and facing the fact a speech can beat out the orchestra. But why is that important? As without the art of whatever breathes your passion, past I am, let it be so the imagination, world meaning only enhance the art in earth, in heart, in earth. Art, darts, farts, and larks, tapping elaborately in doubles and triples. In fact, pacing the playwright can give us the spirit of the night, music, spirit of the day, yet its incomparable pictures with musics as black as to white, in bridging this gap, in mixing multicultural lines, creating new strains. Every moment of captivity, a mass realization can occur, multiply, instead of divide, the way time really works, adding, not taking away. Anything that gives us freedom through sharing interrelated perspectives shows us our forward as in up, not really a directional given ever, but a suggestion without representation of the punctuation, free to roam without a plausible, is one step lower, yet as below, so above ye microcosm, macrocosm. Vanishing labels, forward new language, redefinition, we are the wave, not the particle. We are not red, yellow, black, and white. We are made of light. This is religion promoting separation. Like, comment, share. Yes, on our quest towards ever more perfect extremities, we collaborate as an organism. The value of the service required to perform each and every action with glory. This will happen involuntarily as we rise in vibration. We release our inner being from their outer shells. I imagine sometime in the next million years or so, we'll be well on our way towards the course of becoming the next level of after sentient, pure energy. Involving through our process, peace through raw, replacement with the positive, upbringing of universal source code information of light, upgrading our indentured free will. A filter remains at the priority and proximity of our apparent conversations amidst our fundamental changes and growth by the reclamation of a fruition, definition, the meaning of words. Lead lending attractions via alternative magnitude. Sometimes their realizations lean subtle, sometimes lean gross. Show more reactions. tend to be overbearing, don't mind me. I'm still listening, challenging as I go. I leave many crumbs. We are not red, yellow, black, and white. We're made of light. This is a religion promoting separations. Sometimes whole cakes I leave behind have made some awesome discoveries on my spiritual exploration. The truth is, in fact, stranger than fiction and certainty. We're golden, but we gotta hold them down. I've ever said that you were, but anyways, I can't fix your problems. It's not my responsibility to fix your problems. I can't fix anyone's problems, even if I wanted to. Anyways, only you can possibly fix your problem. So if you have something to say to me, say it kindly, or please go fuck off, while simultaneously fucking yourself at the same time. Thanks. Like, comment, share, write, comment. My truth is ever expanding, not diminishing. I work from infinity. I don't know about you. In relation to the truth, who cares about art for art? If art's not true, it's no better than shit on a stick. Oh, there's plenty more knowledge in infinite. I'm just too fucking lazy. So truly vast and ever expansive, bound to miss a few perks along the way. There's only so much one man can carry without reducing fractions. There's a big fundamental difference in our simplicities. Yet we are one and the same, even and equals in our differences as well. Don't matter, don't, and for that matter, do galaxies. What's inside matters most. Masterpiece theater. Diamonds beyond that. Who that though what lasts forever, then forever too. Smart is a relative concept. Let's get another one more to do. Oh, one love. Captivate ego with higher mind until the two of you get along. Voice of reason over trickster. Ultimately decide. So a solution of these two force elements, reasoning and free will. Andrew Alexander Douglas. Music a must for combination, sublimation as above, so below, subconscious roots, conscious tree trunk, divide, supervision, aspect ratio, intervention, search, Tarzan-like connections, intuitions to tree of the mind have the power to record, access, and build any machinery put to the test, but only one that stands the test of time. Unlimited freedom exists when we combine our past lives, crack the egg of ego, self, scrambled higher, mink, rode in on yoke, and scrambles four, not just two, just for kicks, cook it up on a knowledge, and love, intuition, aroma, promotes, rides straight to the top, crown, cream of the crop, so to speak, frequently flyer miles in the fires for freedom for sure, combining the sub, unlocking the library of love, intensely sprocket, divine lightning, chopstick, anything can be made aware, eliminating the need to feed two sides and below. It's a giant tack. Neverland, marbles. I'm back. Wow, with a poem acceptable responses, one that tops is all previous artists being in communication. The last model placement derives 9/10 of the law, especially when we ponder in recognition administrator while participating in song. There is one I in speech, but in singing we all get along. It's the same I. A way of connections throughout all isometrics. Retract and adapt via source of that which surrounds mirror to a fine tip, gradually windling the spindling rip. Juggling frequency until a tear can be seen split, reverse engineered, leaving a new place in time, viewing new pinnacles throughout all mankind. We can rebuild hip, Y, XY hop. Yeah, what about HIM, him? Approximately 140 years. Either way, they have reincarnated long ago, 8 generations. Fold. It's only usually people don't understand myself, so I'm used to not being responded to. Rather, I end up talking with myself, not by choice. Say what you want to say, not call upon those have passed beyond the grave, where their memory legacy forever rests in place by our shared genetic memory of him or her. Sacrifice spins the world alone, tucks and corners of the ocean. I respect JC, but he's not himself. As of late, we cannot reanimate corpse. Just a theory, really, but what's the good without women first? We need to curve the world before we can celebrate the mourner about the truth of our prophets being mastered for profits. Plain words fall on deaf ears like drops without ripples, only respond to lava necktie at the throat. Only for the restraining courage to speak loud. Scream therapy can get violent, but it's a cure for neurosis. It's instant and permanently topples the towers of narcissistic cages. Shames that bind us in attachments, creating the need to possess this or that. Why? We do not own a thing. Our experience is borrowed from our youth. Go ahead, experience on you, but be responsible and never subject a youth to anything other than unconditional encouragement and supporting positive reinforcement based in love. If love is all there is, love is all that can be. One love. Same say the moon. It's an artificial hollow, but Sumerian tablet tells of a king through decent, clever observation, yet still the old mother moon. Son dude is wrong, a perspective, a perversion. Male is moon, female is the sun, she at earth. Last I checked, chicks were hot and dudes were cool. Cold, never know what could be wrong entirely. So, cook chicken and dung biscuits at 180 degrees and above. For safety purposes. Food safety certified to boot. One love. Do we got time for one more? Let's go with, Let's check this one note. What about a one-note song? Internal, external limitations. Indeed, our books lending, leading reparations. Nothing in the past can clean the oceans, bring the forests and fish. Only a new way of thinking. The world will change as we know it. We know it, meaning we change. Fuck books. This is understanding instead of dogmas. Never use a pen. You are your own one. Who is the Rothschild dynasty? We're having a conversation. Satan is imaginary, yes. You are your own one and only worst enemy, not anything or something outside of you. When you say Satan, you indeed are referring to yourself. Same with God. It's just a bakery or the recycling center. It's all sarcasm. I'm sorry about being semi-sarcastic. We knew more about the old days, and now we're realizing a new age. Just remembering what we forgot. Been so long that all this seems new again, but it's not polytheism. If you create a woodworking, you are a creator. We must focus co-creation, even with our loose ends. Andrew Alexander, it's a thing called compound interest in banking. They're not any more powerful than either of us, but the mechanism's bleeding us all dry in the long run. Yes, they are taking advantage. For what end, I do not know, but we are outnumbered the system, one human stronger than any computer. We must believe we are more valuable than machines, mind over matter, see the inherent beauty and not become slaves of the physical by design or through consent. Like replied just now, I am very sorry to hear about your friend. You see, as manifestations, we can and do create our own reality. As sad as this may seem, we are the negative and positive forces in the universe. Feeding two mouths will eventually create disease. Feeding the negative wolf ends very tragically in most cases. There are these polarities in our third dimensional world, splitting of light and dark, and night, black and white. They are as opposite yet in balancing, remaining stable, equal and bipedal parallel universe type situation. In this respect, our reality is our extensions of the self. In particular, the self which has reincarnated many lifetimes. As with life and death, day and night, we fade gradually until the spell is ultimately realized. That if you're on the same tier, you're equal. All fruits are equal with all fruits. All people are equal with all people. All planets are equal with all planets. It's a tier. It's a staircase. The spell is ultimately realized that opposites don't attract. They repel for a very good magnetic reason. As with the mind coalescing these routines as in good or bad, cold or hot, and yes, right and wrong are simply as cause-effect relationships of physical gene suppressions or adaptations, mutations. They are as day is to night. The galaxy is to the universe. Embracing such positivity, like attracts, like leads inevitably towards forward, which is up against the grain. We do not have to endure the same expectation as the earth. Celestial being creators themselves. Our feet are separated. We can go forward, as in up. Fuck books. I agree. This is why no one reads it. This is why I'm reading it to you. Here's my favorite mantra. Gently she glides the canoe upon the moonlit waters. Have a great day. I love